Hey there, Carnage Cravers! Welcome back to Karnage Korner. So here we are. We're going to do something else that we haven't done in a while. We are actually going to talk about movie news. Now, if you did not catch my Justice League review, it is spoiler filled, and from the heart, I would suggest going back and actually checking that out. Just in case you're on the fence as to whether or not you want to take a bet on DC again. I would suggest taking the bet on DC, even though it looks like a lot of you are not. You see, the Justice League film was actually good. Although you wouldn't know it by looking at what it has brought in. Justice League has, as of so far, made just barely over $569 million on a $300 million budget. Now, if you've heard me talk before about the way budgeting and advertising works, a movie generally uses about half. If you look at a movie's budget, you can assume they spent about half of that additionally on marketing. So if they spent $300 million on this film, even if they only spent $100 million on marketing, still you're looking at $400 million that it needs in order to be in the black, and more than that, because the theaters take a third. So I mean, add another. They need $500 million to even hit the black. So that would mean they've only made like $669 million in profit. So this movie, it's not making crap, which is a damn shame, because it was actually good. But let's talk about in 4 days. 4 days! Star Wars The Last Jedi comes out. Oh, God. I can't wait to do a review on that. I can't wait to see that. Star Wars has been a part of my life since I was 7 years old. And it's been a roller coaster ride, starting with the original trilogy, which I loved, grew up on. I got super nerdy with it. I got all into the what is now considered legends, into the books and everything else. I mean, we can talk about the Yazan Vong if you want. Not many Star Wars fans today even know what the hell the Yazan Vong is. And I'm probably saying that wrong because I've never heard it said, but that's how it looks on the page. So, in either case, and then, of course, Lucas with the prequels, I can't tell you how many Star Wars fans cried out in horror as Darth Vader. No! I mean, the prequels just sucked. They were so bad. The prequels were so damn bad. All right, and then all of a sudden, here comes Lucasfilm been sold to Disney. And then, everybody freaked out. No, they're going to put Mickey Mouse ears on Darth Vader. Don't be so dramatic. Come on. Okay, and then, of course, we get Episode 7. Which, lots of people hate on Episode 7. I want to be honest. I liked it. It felt like a natural progression for our story. Assuming that we have no idea what happened in the last 30 years. So I didn't have an issue with Episode 7. Was it a love letter to the original trilogy? You bet your ass it was. Does that upset me? No. The original trilogy deserves a damn love letter, especially after George Lucas spoon-feeding us crap. So, that being said, now, I talked about Rogue One before, which Rogue One, it's not that it was bad. There's just some things I would have wished they would have done instead. But I am very much looking forward to Episode 8, seeing where we go from here. I have a few ideas on what might happen. I'm going to, for right now, keep them to myself, just because, there's so many different ways they could go. I don't know. Rey could go to the dark side. Luke could be ambivalent. Luke could be evil for all we freaking know. We have no clue what's going on. So I am looking forward to that, and I will be doing a review for that. Excuse me. All right, let's talk about a trailer real quick. We'll just do a hop, skip, and a jump from Lucasfilm over to Marvel Studios. They're probably on the same lot. Head of Marvel Studios, head of Lucasfilm. I think their offices are right next to each other, right underneath the towering, ominous statue of Walt Disney smiling pervertedly down on them. Just thought I'd leave you with that mental picture. Anyways, the Black Panther trailer. All right, I'll say this: the trailer looks okay. I might be the wrong guy to ask. I'm not a big fan of the Black Panther character. I'm not especially excited for this film. I obviously I'm gonna have to see it because everything connects to everything else. So, but the film looks okay. Okay, whether or not I'm gonna rush out to see it in theaters, probably not. I mean, it depends. If it's out on video before Avengers: Infinity War hits theaters, I'll watch it on video. But I don't know. I'm going to have to look at the timeline, because if it's not going to be out on video before Avengers Infinity War, I might have to see it in theaters. So I got to look at that timeline. But in other Marvel news, AntMan and the Wasp announced, and I'm not sure when they announced it, but I just saw it today, announced that they have cast Janet Van Dyne. And Michelle Pfeiffer, yes, Catwoman herself, is purring her way into the role of the Wasp's mummy. I don't know why we're seeing the Wasp's mummy. Perhaps she's being taken out of the Atom screwed up whatever verse that she got lost into. I had that we saw Scott Lang go into at the end of the Ant-Man movie and come out of. I do not know how that whole thing is working, but I guess I don't want to make assumptions here, but Michelle Pfeiffer might have said, she may have said, it's been like 30 years since I squeezed myself into a skin-tight costume. It might be time to do it again, damn it. So, I don't know how much work she had to get done in order to feel comfortable doing that, but that's between her and her plastic surgeon. Moving on from there, DC has announced a new slate of films between now and 2020. And I could go in and tell you all the films they announced, but I would say that we've got probably 6 months before they decide, oh no, we got to reshuffle again, because they're reactionary. DC can't make a plan and stick to it because they're unorganized. Okay, we've seen them do this a million times. Okay, Man of Steel came out. Okay, and it got mixed reviews. Some people loved it, some people didn't like it. Okay, what do they do next? So they start working on Man of Steel 2, and somebody gets a bright idea. Well, why don't we throw Batman in it? Okay, well, and then they make Batman v Superman, and they try and cram so much stuff into Batman v Superman. I mean, you can't just do Batman v Superman, right? You got to throw Wonder Woman in there, and we got to throw not Darkseid. We got to throw
brain fart.
Damn it! What's his name? Shit. Not Abomination. That's the Hulk.
You're a bad comic book fan.
God, it's right there.
Only in your mind.
Doomsday. Okay, they got to throw Doomsday in there, shoehorn the death of Superman in there. It's like, dear God, pick a story and tell it, damn it. And then there's don't even get me started on the ridiculous idea that Batman has PTSD. Oh my God. How much crack did you smoke when writing that? Okay. So anyways, they do that. The film's too dark, everybody's saying. The film's too dark. Okay, well, let's take our Suicide film that's supposed to be dark because it's all villains. We're going to hand it to a company that shoots music videos. Let them hack it up and redo it. We're going to take out Okay, they're going to screw it all up. We're going to take out the accurate portrayal of the relationship between Joker and Harley Quinn that shows us that Joker is a maniacal maniac and Harley Quinn has Stockholm syndrome and an obsession with this man. Okay, oh no, we're not going to show an abusive relationship. No, which is what it actually is. No, we are going to rewrite this and present it to you as some freaking painted up homicidal version of Romeo and Juliet, so that we have an entire generation of kids screwed up in the head who think that Harley Quinn and Joker are a great representation of a loving relationship. The fuck?
Get way too worked up.
But beyond that, okay, so there's that. Now, I will say this. They must have left Patty Jenkins alone when she did Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman was good. Okay? Wonder Woman was good. Okay? But because of what happened with between every time something happens, they change their plans to do something else, okay? They changed their plans to do something else. I don't know what Justice League would have done if Zack Snyder had stayed making that film entirely and Joss Whedon hadn't taken over. I don't know what that film would have been. I know that what that film is not bad. It's pretty good. But, because it's not making money, DC has changed who's in charge of shit again. Just like I said they would when I made my review. What are you doing? What are you doing? That's like this would be like if I take my car to the mechanic to get my serpentine, to get my brakes done. Mechanic does my brakes. I leave the car. I leave the shop. Driving down the road, my serpentine belt breaks. Am I going to go back and blame the mechanic who did my brakes and was nowhere near my belt? No. It's just bad luck. Okay? It's an unconnected problem. And DC is so unorganized that, I mean, seriously, I would not be surprised if in less than a year, we're once again getting a complete and total revamp of what DC plans on bringing out. The only movies we can be sure they're putting out are the ones that they're already working on. Those are Flashpoint, Aquaman, Shazam, Wonder Woman 2. Those are the only ones we can know for sure. Alright, let's talk about the box office for this weekend. Alright, sitting at number 5, we have Thor Ragnarok. Thor's had itself a nice little run, but this weekend it made $6.29 million. Above that was The Disaster Artist at $6.43 million. Okay, above that was Wonder at $8.45 million. Above that was Justice League was $9.59 million. And above that was Coco with $18.6 million. This tells me a few things. One, a lot of people desire that, Ragnarok will not be in the top 5 next week. That's A. B, a lot of people either really like James Franco or are just really interested to see just how fucked up is Tommy Wiseau. I'm not sure which. Okay? I guess people wanted to go see Wonder. I really don't know why. I don't know a damn thing about that movie. I didn't care to find out. Justice League is doing crappy as all hell. The only thing we can hope for at this point is that it has legs. And last of all, Coco being at number 1 for the 3rd week in a row, this tells me something. that either a lot of children are getting their parents to take them to the movies or a lot of childish people are going to the movies. Why in the hell is an animated film about dancing skeletons with guitars #1 for 3 weeks in a damn row?
That's not what it's about.
You're part of the problem. Moving on. All right, got 2 more trailers that we're going to talk about. The first trailer we're going to talk about is the trailer for Ready Player One dropped. You know, I had lots of people tell me, because I was at work when it dropped, and I had lots of people tell me, you got to check out the trailer for Ready Player One. You got to check out the trailer for Ready Player One. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. So I checked it out. It looks like crap. It looks like crap. It looks like a really, really fat, nerdy kid sat down and said, ooh, I'm going to eat some Star Wars, and I'm going to eat some Back to the Future. I'm going to eat some King Kong. I'm going to eat some Iron Giant. I'm going to eat some of this and this and this and this. All kinds of 80s and 90s freaking I'm gonna eat all the 80s and 90s
Get your point.
crap. Yeah, all the nostalgic Easter egg crap, and ooh, a Ready Player One trailer. That's what that looks like to me. That's what that looks like to me. You couldn't pay me to go watch that steaming pile of crap.
Not even $1 trillion.
Okay, maybe $1 trillion. But who's going to pay me $1 trillion so that I'll go spend $725? So, and then of course, the same, in a similar sense, I was told about this this new animated Spider-Man film that they're putting out, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I had people tell me good things. I'm not impressed. I'm really not. It's centering on Miles Morales, which I got no problem with that. Miles is a serviceable character. But, like, what is Sony doing? You know, first off, Sony can't figure out how to make a good Spider-Man movie in the first damn place. They had to have Marvel come in and hold their hand and say, come on, Sony. Come on, this is how we do Spider-Man. Yeah, just like this. Good job. So, and I highly doubt Marvel's got anything to do with this. And apparently Sony is going to be making a Venom film without the aid of Marvel. So it's like this is turning into a convoluted mess. I have no faith in Sony. I have zero faith in Sony Pictures to make a decent movie, especially not a superhero one. Oh, but alas, we will have to see. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for you this week as far as movie news. Remember to check out the trailer review, check out the review for Justice League. Be sure to join me this Wednesday for KKWR. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to become a Karnage, and you'll get alerted to every time I go live, every time I drop a video. You want to hear me rant and rave, you want to hear the news just as soon as I get it, then hit subscribe, ring the bell. I'm losing my train of thought. So until next time, I am Ken Karnage. Remember, Karnage is right around the corner. That was a disaster.
Wasn't that bad.
Was anybody even watching?
Yeah.
How many?
You had 2.
The whole time?
One came in, one came out, one came in, one came out. But 2, pretty much the whole time.
Big fella coming?
I get a chance to see it. I know.
Yeah, let's get the old man in the car. Let's put Vince on the ride along.
Who's this right
It
one?
has been an incredible night of marketing action here in Los Angeles. Rage cuts and despair! As No Mercy comes to a close.
It says I'm still live.
As Bailey argues with Sasha Banks over who gets the pilot seat.